What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Parenthings. Today we are a quiet bunch.
Quiet bunch.
We are
Quiet or a quiet? Like quiet or
Quiet.
a quiet taste.
No, quiet because instead of 5, now we have 3 because the other 2 are traveling. But we're still going to do this. Today's topic is about in-laws. So you know how some couples, they allow their parents or their in-laws to dictate how their relationship should be. Have you guys ever experienced something like that?
No, not really.
I'm quite thankful that my husband would speak up for me. I think it's very, very important for
it is.
like your other half to be able to speak up to their parents, because it's very different when you are voicing out your unhappiness to your own parents versus you are voicing out your unhappiness to your in-laws.
It must always be the guy who says.
Correct.
Yeah, because if you say, it will just spoil the relationship very quickly.
Must be same blood, then can swap.
That's good when Shane has a good relationship or close relationship with his parents. Yeah, Brent doesn't really talk to my in-laws that much. So it's very difficult for him to even bring up any kind of topic.
So then if something happens, like if you're unhappy about something, then you're just...
Oh, it's very difficult. We always internalize. So it always ends up with me and Brent, me being unhappy with him. Because there's no solution.
Correct.
I'm the kind that I don't need to drag things out. I just want a solution. I just want okay, you can tell me, okay, moving forward, things will be like this, like this, like this.
Yeah.
Then, okay, case closed. Yeah, but because there is no solution in that sense, we can be fighting over the same thing for very long.
I 100% don't believe any parent should dictate someone's wedding. Another marriage.
Relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Because I have friends, right, who want to divorce, cannot divorce. Because the parents don't let.
Huh?
Yeah, the Malay community really a bit different, one.
Why don't like? Because of the stigma surrounding
the stigmas, and then when, like, for example, you tell your parents like, hey, my marriage is not working out, they will believe that you too are not
putting in enough effort.
Not trying hard enough.
Yeah, because I feel like they are traditional thinking, right?
Yeah.
Then they were like, maybe the guy is not taking care of my daughter properly.
Yeah.
So if you want to divorce, you ask the guy and come and talk to me. They were positioning in a way where if you come and talk to me, maybe I'll say yes, but no. But once the guy comes, it's a fucking session.
Yeah.
It's like then they were being pressured to try again.
But what if the guy is abusive? Then you force your daughter to stay in that abusive marriage, man.
Yeah, I mean that one need to prove lah.
I see.
Malay quality, as in like Muslim weddings are a bit different. But I also read a quote, and the quote said like, I don't know how true it is lah. So they listed down 7 things that help couples last for a very long time, and one of them is parents don't dictate your relationship. Yeah, and don't tell your parents
when you fight.
Yeah, when you fight or when you have problems, don't tell your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whatever it is, right, if let's say you're the girl in a relationship, right, you will always be the guy's fault.
Or rather, you can forgive your partner, but
your parents,
they cannot forgive. They will remember.
Yeah.
They won't forgive.
And I also believe that, because like, if really, let's say I made a mistake, treat my wife wrongly, right, then my wife go and tell the father, right, or especially the father or the mother lah, I don't. They will have an idea of me.
Yeah, correct. They will.
And they will say like, oh, you know, if it happens now, it might happen again. Okay, but are there some things that like, you know, like you got experience before, like Shane come to you and say, hey, my mother want me to do this?
Oh no. So Shane is very... Sometimes he's like the bad son, you know. I have to remind him like, hey, can you go and do this for your mom? Can you go and like...
that's nice.
Bring your mom. Then he's like, don't need lah, you know. That
But it's like that. Guys are just like bochap. Guys are just bochap. I'll be like, hey, it's the birthday already. You need to like that.
Yeah, you buy a gift for your mom. No need lah. Buy what?
Oh my god.
So, it's more like when I have an issue, I know that he will go and speak to his mom for me. So I have never had that issue. So his mom has never been, or his parents has never been a wedge in our relationship. Yeah, that's why I think it's very, very important that your partner speaks up. But then when it comes to my parents, I always feel like it's very hard for me to speak to my parents because they are maybe not as receptive. So then sometimes there's built up frustrations on his end because, like you said, I'm not resolving the issue.
Yeah.
You know, things are not being communicated to them. Yeah.
I tell you, the thing I need to advise everyone, right? Just try to stay yourself.
Yeah.
Don't stay with your in-laws.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it is not like who is right or who is wrong, who is bad and who is good. It is mostly about having very different ways of living.
Yes.
And when you're under the same roof, there can only be one way. You cannot have two different
And
ways.
because you are staying with your in-laws,
you have to respect them.
Correct.
It was very difficult for me because I have been brought up this way for like all my life with my parents and my family. So when things are different, it was very hard for me to adapt.
And sometimes on the flip side also, let's say like they have to take care of their parents or in-laws and they stay with them in their own home. So like maybe the mom stays with the child, right? In the child's house. There's also friction in that sense because then the mom feels like she's an elderly and she can do whatever she wants. Like she can do her way, but the child feels like this is my house. you know?
So either way, there's no what one unless one party is very, very, very flexible and can just mold themselves to your way. If not, they're like two or more like very strong-headed people or one thing's their way, then it's very, very difficult already.
Yeah, which actually brings me to my next question. Like let's say your kids grow up in the same house as your in-laws, right? Like how much do they like influence the family dynamics?
A lot, because it's just time spent. Whoever spends time with them, even helpers, don't say in-laws, even helpers, them just having that sheer number of hours with them, they will definitely influence the kid. What?
And also it influences how you parent as well. Yeah,
like I'm very, very big on no screen time, but my in-laws, they are very okay because I guess to them they don't see
the harm in that.
How bad it is, which I cannot blame them for also. But I try to tell them or tell Brent to tell them, which it's very difficult for him to bring it up. Yeah, but it's just difficult.
Yeah.
It's just
Even with my own parents, like for example, sugar and candy. When I was living with my parents, free flow. My dad would buy chocolate 3 a.m. Megan wouldn't be sleeping, like she was like 3 years old at that time. Bring down, go supermarket, buy chocolate, buy candy.
spoiling like just
and like you cannot control. There are certain things where you really cannot control.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have your own home, no in-laws, no parents, you have so much control as a parent.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, like really these kind of things happen, right? And then Shane needs to tell your father off. Will he?
No lah.
Also, you have to do it.
It's difficult because like sometimes Brent will feel like I don't have that big a problem with screen time. Yeah, he was like that until all the doctors and all like the school teachers tell him, hey, you really cannot. Like you really need to limit. Then that's when he grew to it. But he was not like that also. And it's very different because like example for me and my circle of friends, everyone around me is like no screen time, no screen time, no screen time. And like people are like sharing the repercussions of the screen time. The doctors around me, like, people are maybe more in tune with the news and the latest studies. But maybe everyone around my in-laws are like, our kids are all having fun. They're all fine. So, it's very different. Like, you cannot force them and they cannot force you also. Yeah. And that is the struggle I feel when we are under the same roof.
Because I've seen like some in-laws, right, bring the kid out, right, go and cut hair.
Yeah, you talking about my mother, right? That one.
Hey,
No,
I
want
want
my
bring
mother.
my son to cut hair also. Okay, what?
I was angry.
Why? Okay, so I showed him a video. You don't remember this. I showed him a video of Megan pouting. Her first haircut. I didn't intend for her to cut her hair.
Okay.
Because her hair so short. I wanted her to grow it out so she looks more like a girl, right?
Yeah.
So then my mother sent me, suddenly she's in the salon and Megan is angry, frowning, pouting the whole time the hairdresser cut her hair. I found it very funny, very hilarious lah. Then I showed you. Dude's immediate reaction was like, oh my gosh, your mom brought her to cut hair without telling you. I'll be damn angry
I'll be fucking angry.
But okay, honestly, go back.
If Megan's reaction wasn't like that, I would probably have been pissed too. But because her reaction was like that, I found it funny instead.
Cannot siao.
I think haircuts are fine.
No.
But it was the first haircut and I didn't want her to have a haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if let's say I ask like, hey, like, Mama, I got no time to bring my kid for grooming.
Yeah.
Grooming, yeah.
You're not ready, dude. You're really not ready.
Well, I'm so used to cat. I got no time to bring my daughter go cat.
Yeah.
Hey, me bring and go.
Yeah.
Then okay, but
Yeah.
you don't. I allow you
Yeah.
to go out with my kids.
Yeah.
And then you go and do like this kind of stupid thing I will fucking agree once If the hair come out like shit I will so you find a way to pull back Be like, hey,
No, but when I was
stop.
staying with my in-laws though, my in-laws were great. When I was disciplining my elders, my father-in-law would tell my mother-in-law, don't interfere. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, because your father-in-law was in the army, so he knows what he's doing.
F was. But my mother though, snatched Megan out of my hand. Don't lie.
Wow.
I mean, she just crying because she knows you are here.
Yeah, that's bad, especially when the child is in the wrong. When they do this, they won't learn. Yeah, and I would feel very undermined as a parent if someone did that.
Which brings me to my next question, right? So they say, whatever family that you have is more important than the family that you had. You get what I mean?
You mean your nuclear family? Yeah. Nuclear family, yes.
Men are told that your wife is always more important than your mom.
No, that's now. That's very recent only. Last time
No
is not.
lah. This I hear since secondary school kind one
This is your culture. This is your culture. No. Right? I was definitely mom is more important one.
No, mom is important, but when you have your wife, I feel like your wife feelings comes first.
I'm also with KK on this. I feel like it's a recent thing.
It's a recent thing. Yeah, it's a very recent thing.
But do you guys think it makes sense?
Of course it does make sense.
I feel like you have to be protective of your own immediate family first. Yeah.
No, I agree also. Okay. Are there specific boundaries that you can think of that you really put with them? Like with your in-laws or like with your parents? When it comes to your children? No have.
Don't just take my children and go without informing me lah. You know? Like, because they have schedules and like maybe I have like plans to bring them out for dinner or whatever.
I think in our like this now, right, we have a lot of schedules now compared to last time more like free and easy. You know, like, oh, you want sleep, you sleep on. Now it's like, wow, they got like the you know, the weekly, like leap week. Like people really like, you know, stick to it and then sleep training. I feel I'm quite relaxed already, but I think to my in-laws, I'm like not relaxed.
For me, it's more of like their classes, their
I read this story somewhere, I think on Facebook, right? There was an in-law that kept helping the child do the homework without the parents knowing. So the parents the entire time thought that the child was doing good. Yeah, so it like, you know, like pass the exams and everything until like, I think one day that like the in-law passed away. Or something like that. So then she realized, like she thought, if I remember the story correctly, she thought like the child was very
advanced.
Yeah, like, was very sad that the in-law passed away, like the grandparents or something passed away, and she was doing very bad in school.
Oh, okay. It is like because of like the depression, the grief.
So she was like doing very bad in school. Okay. But then I forgot how she realized was like, oh my god. Like, so when she looked back at the past homework, then she realized like some handwriting is not the child's. The child, right? Is the in-laws, right? Then she realized, oh my god, my child is actually not that smart. That one fucked up. That one is really. If my parents do that and then I realize my child, like, hey, what the hell?
No, but I would like, because I'm so busy all the time, right? Sometimes I would wish my parents would help me to, maybe test them spelling or like...
That is supervising, not like totally doing it for them. Because when you do that for them, right, when you do everything for them, you basically take away everything. They will have no confidence, no self-esteem because they won't know how to do it on themselves, on their own.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, let me see if I got it.
Yeah, but there are also like certain like Facebook posts that I read also that a lot of parents expect their parents to always be readily available to help babysit their kids also. Or like in-laws. And I think that's also it's
like a free helper like that.
Yeah. So then like they get angry when like the in-laws are not free or like don't seem very interested in their kids. Yeah, I think if you do have parents or in-laws that, you know, are very hands-on with your kids, then consider yourself blessed lah. If not, actually the responsibility should fall on
us.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. Actually, which brings me to my last question, right? do you guys appreciate the most? Because I mean, I feel like we've been complaining, but what do you guys appreciate the most about your in-laws?
Easy. My father-in-law sends my kids to school and picks them up almost every single day. Unless he has golf or he has work or he's overseas for work. If not, he every single morning without fail, he's up super early. But I think he's he wakes up early anyway. But the fact that he will drive and we don't live near their school. He really was super effort. Like I when he does that, I'm strongly reminded of how my dad used to send us to school last time. And we are my dad's kids.
Yeah.
These are like, his grandkids. Yeah. So this is something.
Are they very close to their Kong Kong Ye?
They're close. My son will cry when my father comes back from holiday from a work trip.
Wow,
Cry cause
like happy, like miss. He never cry one when we go for work because it's a routine.
Yeah, so sweet.
Yeah, Grandpa brings him to school every single day.
For me, my in-laws, I think they've always been very, especially my late father-in-law. He was always very openly affectionate about having a daughter-in-law. Like he would post Facebook status.
Wow.
It's daughter's day. We don't have any daughters, but we are very blessed to have a daughter-in-law. Yeah, stuff like that. And my mother-in-law would also she would buy me bags, like luxury bags, that kind. I mean, show their appreciation even even though I feel like I don't really deserve all this or I don't need all this, but they would go out of the way to do this, not for my kids but for me.
Like now, these days when I see postings about how our grandparents pass away and how they are very close and everything, and I realized, actually letting your kid be close to your in-laws is also very important. Because when I see these posts, I'm like, how are they so close to their grandmas? Because I don't understand that. I'm not close to my grandma. I'm not close to my grandpa. And I feel like maybe because my dad or my mom didn't allow me to be close to them, so I don't know anything about them, right? But now that I see the post where my friend grandmother died, and then I really love you, Nene. Thank you for taking care of me and everything. I'm like, I really don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't want your kid to grow up like me, allow your kid to be close to your in-laws.
I love seeing grandparents with their grandkids.
I love seeing my parents with my kids.
I will melt, take pictures all come out. So cute. You see the Kong Kong downstairs, bringing the kid to school, pushing the trike or what.
Maybe I'll feel it when I have a kid. But okay. We've come to the end of this episode. If you guys have some horror stories about your in-laws, type it below. You know what? Yeah, just type it below. If you don't want me to if you don't want the comment to be there, just put a bracket, and then I won't post the comment, but we just want to read it out. But yes, if you guys have anything like us to talk about, let us know in the comment section below. If not, I'll see you guys in the next episode.